Three, two, one.
For everyone that was holding on and you heard that famous little countdown at the beginning, it is time for the talent market update. It is what day? Friday, October 15th. I'm Jurgen. That's Donna saying good morning. And with me also is...
I'm Davina. Good morning. I'm like chewing gum. It's early in the morning. I didn't have my coffee this morning, so I feel I need something. So I'm chewing gum. Probably should get that out.
There are days when or nights you sleep well, and there's some nights you just like toss and turn. I feel like I'm moving somewhere because I feel like I've got huge bags under my eyes today. I just could not sleep for the life of me last night. I don't know what it was.
Said you're moving somewhere. That's a good one.
Yeah.
So I'm going for a long, and I'm going for a long time because my bags are. I got some big bags.
Yeah, my bags aren't carry-on. I mean, I got to check these in.
Oh my gosh! Wow. Well, happy Monday. Happy Friday.
Yeah.
And we are right in the middle of October 15th. We are dead smack in the middle of the month, and fall is here. It's wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Where's the year going, right?
Sitting in here over in sunny Arizona. I've got I think we're right about 90 today. Tomorrow's going to be a sunny and 91. It's going to be, but you know what? What a downer on Sunday. It's going to be partly cloudy and 90.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, here it is what it is for this weekend. But yeah, I saw your forecast and I was like, oh, wow, that's crazy. But here we are rainy today. I think it's raining a little bit now in some areas, but we are going to be a high of about 61 today. So not so bad, right?
Not at all.
Yeah. And then tomorrow, cloudy and 64. Doesn't look like there's any rain. And then we have a chance of a rain, 60% chance of rain in the mid 50s on Sunday.
Yeah. But that's a part of what that really helps maintain and make Washington such a beautiful state.
Yeah, it's so green and beautiful, and can definitely appreciate that. And the leaves are turning, and all of the different colors right now. I'm looking out the window and appreciating that. So yeah.
I'm looking at the window in the background going, I like that blue sky. Well, with the update, we start off by going over a couple of work anniversaries and birthdays. We've got a few in the office. Just want to recognize them because they're fantastic people. And then as we go in, we will have a little bit of local news, couple little headlines, and then some events that are coming up. And we just appreciate you guys tuning in with us and spending a little bit of time. So guess what? Today is, again, Friday, October 15th. We have a birthday today. Happy birthday to Kaylee Strasbaugh.
Happy birthday, Kaylee. Happy birthday to you. Hey.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. All right. And, Strasbaugh, there's what is it? Is The Clash has a song that's like Rock the Kasbah. Rock Strasbaugh.
Okay.
So, then we have a couple of work anniversaries to toss in there. Happy work anniversary to Randy Raya tomorrow.
Yay, Randy. Congratulations.
Yeah. And I love the longevity. Just continue to grind at it. And then also want to give a happy work anniversary to Miss Vina Vogt.
Yay, Vina. Happy work anniversary. Gosh, time is going by really fast.
It really is. And, Vina stays really active, not only on the real estate scene, but active on the social media. If you get a chance, check her out there. She is constantly doing things to stay with people, keep them engaged, and just keeps everything a lot of fun.
She's super engaged and has actually won awards for being the most, like, the social media queen. Yeah, she's amazing.
Awesome. All right. So then what we go through is we've got some new listings that came on, and we talked about the market. There are headlines around that talk about the market softening and that, hey, are we starting to transition from being such a frenzied seller's market into maybe, or are we starting to soften into maybe a neutral market? You know what? Had 5 listings, brand new listings come on this week, and 2 of them are already pending. So I think it all kind of depends. So, Davina, you've got the first one, right?
I have the honor of the first one. And this is a listing that is from Shannon and Lindsay Team LNS out of Lacey, our Lacey office, 17746 Vine Lane Southeast in Yelm. And this is in the Clearwood community. Look at this. Look at this home. It is absolutely cute and amazing as can be. It's 1339 square feet. It was built in 2012. It's on a little over a third of an acre, 3 bedroom, 2.5 bath, move-in ready, such character from the curb to the inside and out with tons of privacy. The interior offers a well laid out floor plan with a spacious entry. It's got a great room style kitchen and living area, beautifully appointed with hard surfaces, custom floating shelves, stainless steel appliances, has a pantry and a breakfast bar, and it's got a really nice cozy gas fireplace and a covered patio. So check out this one in Clearwood. Clearwood has a few lakes. It's got beaches, miles and miles of walking trails, fishing, playgrounds, tennis. Oh my gosh, so much to offer in this lovely gated community. And look at this price. It is at an affordable $369,000. Just came on the market yesterday. Probably won't last.
Nice. You know what? I've got a cool one coming up here. This is brought to you by Blythe out of our Lacey office. This is a investor opportunity or an income property opportunity. You don't see enough of these, so you want to perk your ears up for this one. This is in Olympia. It's at 1217 Olympia Avenue Northeast. It is a duplex. It's a 2 2-bedroom units. It is 1543 on the square footage. The lot size is 5,250. It's listed at $365,000. And I'll read you this because you really, really need to hear this. Okay. It's a fantastic opportunity to own multifamily property in Olympia. This 1-story with daylight basement style, well-maintained duplex has 2 bedrooms, 1 bath on the main level, 1 bedroom, 1 bath unit located on lower level. Start earning income immediately. Upstairs unit has laminate wood flooring throughout the main areas and bedroom, vinyl in the kitchen and bath. Lower level has ceramic tile throughout, laundry room and additional storage space located on the lower level. Rear lower level has sizable covered patio and carport that opens up to mostly private buffered backyard. Upstairs, the small deck off of side door and paved walkway that leads to backyard close to shopping freeway and bus line. What a great opportunity. So if you've been looking for that perfect investment or income property, this could be it for you. And then over here, when we mentioned that, hey, there you hear a lot of news. Maybe the market's softening. You know what? When great homes come on the market, this is that breaking news. This property, we got it all prepped and it's already pending. This is at 133 North Razor Clam Drive. It was on the market at $475. It was brought to you by Jamie Weller from our Olympia office, 3 bedroom, 2 bath. Man, it's great to see properties when they're well marketed, when they come on, they hit that sweet spot, and we still see all that competition going on. Don't we, Davina?
Yes, absolutely. This one is on the market. It's not gone yet. This one is brought to you. It just came on also yesterday. So this is Guy Duval out of our Lacey office, 3520 Surrey Drive Northeast in Olympia. And this is a lovely townhome, 1289 square feet, very well maintained, close to everything, 3 bedroom, 2 1/4 bath, 2-car garage, vinyl plank flooring throughout the main floor, living, dining, kitchen. It's got stainless steel appliances. It's got surround sound wired in the living area, large kitchen with eating bar, and upstairs are all the 3 bedrooms, new carpet. So like nicely new and refreshed for you and ready to move in. And look, townhome, has a garage, and it has a great sized yard that's fully fenced and private. So check this one out. It's minutes from shopping, easy I-5 access, hospitals, easy to commute to JBLM. Listed at $379,950. So definitely check this one out. Pretty sure it's not going to last long. Very affordable pricing. And also, as Jurgen mentioned, things are coming on and they're going off just as quickly. And here's one just wanted to mention Megan Gillespie out of our Lacey office. She listed 8728 Krista Drive, Northeast. Beautiful one-story home. And it has already gone pending, but we wanted to definitely make a note of this home. It is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1671 square feet. And it is beautiful. Just keep your eyes out, for homes and, knowing it. Hopefully this one doesn't come back on the market. Sometimes they do. Backup offers are always a thing. Backup offers are a thing. So you just never know what could happen. But again, and I think we didn't advance on our, oh yeah, there we go. It looks like the same picture from the other one, but it's okay. So anyway, just our market is definitely moving, and there's always opportunities, and there'll be more to come, and we'll definitely keep you guys posted on what's coming on the market. So
yeah, a great reason to consult early so that you can make sure you catch all the listings as they come on. And if you ever need any additional information, we would be more than happy to help you find that home. And even if it means trying to get a little creative, maybe even finding something off market. That's what we're here to do. We're here to help. Mm-hmm. All right. And then wrapping it up, we have Olympia's finest community at the Village at Mill Pond. This is on the 2600 block of Lily Road. This is a brand new community. It is got a community center, big old community center at Mill Pond that's being built up and through. That's going to be coming through in phase 3. We're just wrapping up phase 2 right now. If you want to schedule any of the last homes that could be ready for the holidays, you can see the number on the screen, 360-972-8623, and we can get you set up to see these beautiful homes. And if it works for you, you can have a brand new home for the holidays. And that is our listings.
That is, yes. And there weren't that many, so, and then that's just indicative of, we're talking about, and we've been hearing this, and we're not trying to create any type of false things in regards to, because the market, it's funny because, we're listing homes and they are going still with multiple offers, but maybe it's 3 or 5 and not 15 or 20, right?
Absolutely.
And people are still, buyers are still having to compete and having to really figure out what is most important, for me to make sure that my offer gets looked at and accepted. So we're still in those spaces right now, but it is not as much of a crazy frenzy as it was before.
Yeah, but it's still very strongly tilted into a seller's market. And that, what a great lead in, Davian, because the next part is just to go over a few counties. We'll go from Mason and Lewis County right here in the Puget Sound and walk our way up through Thurston, Pierce, and then King County. We're looking at the year-over-year numbers from the Northwest MLS, which covers a large swath of Washington territory from both Western and Eastern Washington. But when we look at the counties for September, which, shockingly, it's already 2 weeks since September rolled up wrapped up. I can't believe that. Mm-hmm. But this is what it looked like in Lewis County for the numbers right there. Oh, there we go. So Lewis County, anything pop off the page for you on this one?
Yeah, I did for a second. I'm just kidding. What's interesting is our month supply of inventory just ticked up just a tad bit. Still in a seller's market though, as we were not in a balanced market. We're not even near a balanced market, you guys. Not anywhere near a balanced market. But we are seeing a little bit more inventory is lasting maybe a few more days on the market than they were before. But still looking at last year to this year, I think what really pops out to me is really the two things: days on market and the median sales price, for sure, year over year.
Yeah, absolutely. See the same thing. And
Mhm.
when you mentioned about the difference between a balanced market or a weighted market to either buyer or seller side, if you look at that month supply of inventory where it's showing 1.8 right now, the reference point there, if you don't know, is it's the amount of time based on the homes that we're selling to sell every active home that's currently on the market. And when you have, in this case, it'd take 1.8 months to sell every active home on the market. In a balanced market, that would be 3 to 6 months, or really 4 to 6 months worth of of inventory. Anything 3 months or under is in a seller's market. And when you start getting into under 2 months, under 1 month, we start using terms like frenzy or extreme or ultra or mega frenzy, things like that, because the activity or the intensity of the market is so incredibly high. So we can see even in Lewis County, as we work our way north from Lewis County, we're going to see that number actually drop a little bit. And you mentioned like the days on market being almost half of what the days on market were last year. All this leads into that increased median and average sales price. You can just see all the numbers that you would like to see positive, at least in an active market. We study those positive. On the negatives, we see the days on market going through. So what do you think is going to be the story in? Oh, wait, hold on. Why don't we look at Mason County? I skipped Mason County to begin with, but here it is.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the same story in all of the counties, really, in regards to the days on market, year over year, the median sales price or average sales price. We're up. If we're looking at average sales price, we're like 20%. I mean, let's see if it's looking still the same, but it's about that 20% mark. Like on the average sales price from last year to this year is up about 20, which is a lot. But one of the things what's interesting, even in Mason and Lewis, is the month supply of inventory from last year to this year isn't that far off from last year to this year.
Yeah. But in last year felt like it was incredibly strong though, too.
Mhm.
I mean, again, we're not in a balanced market at this moment.
Mhm.
We do see also over here what was I just looking at? That percentage of list prices being received.
Mhm.
So that does show that we do have competition, because if it was really balanced, we'd probably be somewhere closer to 100%. Maybe when it's a little more balanced, we see maybe just a small shift up or down from 100%. But at 103%, that means there's definitely competition for the homes driving up over the list price. In a buyer's market, typically we would see that number be closer to maybe the high to mid 90s.
Mhm.
When the market had crashed a while ago, we were seeing maybe in the low 90s, right?
Yeah,
Right now.
mhm.
What's that?
No, I'm just agreeing.
Yeah. And then Thurston County seeing more or less the same story, right?
Yep, absolutely. Seeing the same story in Thurston. And again, one of the big things that's pretty consistent is the sales price averages right around that 20% increase over last year.
Yeah. And then what you see in the second column is the year to date. And these are the properties that are going from year to date as opposed to just month over month, from January 1 to 9/21. You can see everything is really in the positive, and it's continued to ride pretty much like that. See, for September was 103% above, or 103% above the list price. And for year over year to date, 104.7. So maybe it's cool just a moment in September, but not much at all. It really is super active.
Yeah.
And then we've got two last ones, just Pierce County, King County, and we're kind of echoing along the whole South Sound, right?
We are definitely. Interesting. Days on market average from last year to this year, though, is still very strong and less than it was last year as well. Down almost a third from last year. And then the month supply of inventory is less than a month. So we're like 3 weeks supply of inventory ish countywide for Pierce County. And look at the average, and this is where the changes, in the median sales price range. Average sales prices $563 $1,000 now. Gosh, the change, from just 5, 7 years ago, where average sales prices were nearly like half of
Yeah.
that. Wow.
Yeah,
So
and I'll bring it over to King County, and then we can give just a touch of context on that because in King County you're going to see a very similar story. But what's interesting is we really saw when we would normally have seen a traditionally a hesitation in the market, just from a natural occurrence that we have our highest activity happen during this late spring into the summer. And then as we hit fall and into the winter, we tend to see the market come down a little bit. Our first little dip tends to be in September. Last year, that didn't necessarily happen. So you can see like on that median, it's only like 10% because the median itself didn't end up last year. We kind of ran strong through the fall and into the winter, which really naturally led into what happened at the beginning of this year, which was a continuation. We kind of had maybe a bit of a hesitation when it came to January and February, but from that point on, this has been just a really strong surging market through this whole year. So with that in mind, you can look at the numbers. They're very reflective of what all the numbers that we saw prior to this. Davina, when somebody looks at these numbers and okay, they can understand that it is a seller's market. They can understand that the activity level is really high, but buyers have been going like sellers. It's reining in expectations maybe a little bit that you can't just ask any price at all. There are appraisals. There are some other things that you need to be able to conform within in many cases. But you have a lot of buyers that have gotten frustrated through the process. What should they be looking at, or how should they be approaching things right now?
well, right now, I think buyers need to definitely have representation. One of the things that we've seen is buyers think, hey, there's so much going on, but I can do this on my own. And I think one of the things that they need to know is that they should definitely have representation, and also understand what's going on in each market area because every market is different. So you can't look at the overall, even if we're looking at King County and we're looking at Pierce County, we're looking at Mason and Lewis, and this is a whole, but there are neighborhoods, and the real estate is local. And so you just want to make sure that you're working with someone that knows the area that you are purchasing in, and also make sure that interest rates are fluctuating, and also know what your purchase power is. So I would say start with getting educated, getting with a professional, getting with a lender. It may be scary because you're saying, I'm not ready yet. Get with that lender, first step, and work with someone that knows the market in the area that you're looking in.
That's great because right now strategy
Mhm.
and really being able to dig in and find any little advantages in the buyer as a buyer to help your cause. And that's really where we specialize in helping everybody out, is helping you achieve that dream. It might not be on the surface because everybody can kind of see listings, but to be able to get in and maybe find that gem that not everybody is competing for, or maybe isn't even on the market. And we've been strategic enough to find that.
Yeah.
But absolutely, it starts with a consultation, starts with a conversation.
Yep. Amen.
All right. So you mentioned about the interest rate. So normally when we talk about the news, and we'll just give you some news stories. Sometimes we do it as questions because they can be fun. But for today, just to roll through, the only one I want to toss up here is what we do, which is the interest rate question. Every week, Freddie Mac Primary Mortgage Market Survey comes out on Thursdays, and we see what's going on kind of nationally with the rate. Your rate may vary, obviously, depending on the lender and what fees, et cetera, that they have built into that, or credit scores, et cetera. But on the Freddie Mac Primary Mortgage Market Survey, was the average 30-year fixed rate mortgage, do you think it was higher, lower, or the same as last week? And last week it was 3.01%. It had gotten back up above the 3% mark.
The rates are moving so in such small increments. This is a hard one. I'm gonna go for it's lower. It's like at 2 3.0.
Close, but not quite. And I said that wrong. I forgot. The 3.01 was 2 weeks ago. It actually
It
dropped
went
slightly
down
last
to
week
2
to
in the 2. Yeah.
2.99.
hmm
But this week it came up a little bit, and it came up to 3.05.
So it went up. Okay.
And that is the highest we've seen since the rates were raising at the beginning of the year in April. And the part of the story is, as inflationary pressure builds due to ongoing pandemic and tightening of monetary policy, we expect to see rates continue on a modest upward swing. And in through 2022, a lot of the forecasts for the mortgage rate are closer to maybe getting up to about the mid 3 mark, which is what we anticipated. Most of the analysts were anticipating that for 2021. So we'll just kind of have to wait and see. But still, the rates are historically low. It's still a great time for people to do things. But so many people, when the rates have been down this low, have already done the refi. So those applications are down. And, we're just kind of watching the market from here. How do you feel?
Yeah, I think that it's still a great time to, money, the cost of loaning or borrowing money is still very low, and it's nothing to be afraid of. So we talk about, the rates have gone up. Well, they've gone up very slightly, and it does affect purchase power, but we only know what today holds. We don't know, tomorrow's gone. We don't know what tomorrow holds. And so, you have to just run the numbers and see if it works for you and make a decision.
Yeah, that's great. And context matters. Like the headline is mortgage rates hit highest levels since April. But you take it in context, it's still a historically low mortgage rate. Like the power that you mentioned, the purchasing power that people have that any buyers have with that rate is higher than it's been a majority of any decade that's been previous to this. So still some great news. Try not to get caught up in the headlines, but dig a little below, because context really matters when you hear these things.
Absolutely.
Now, something interesting is Freddie Mac the loan limits for a conforming loan are set in 2022 to take a 50-year leap or record leap as far as monies go. And there are some mortgage companies that even right now are starting to adjust their conforming rate all the way up to, you can barely see this number up here. The current conforming current conforming rate for a mortgage is up to 548 to 50. There are some that are already using 625,000 as a conforming rate, which is meaning that you don't have to get into the jumbo area where typically it can be a little bit harder to qualify, and you might need a little. It might raise the rate a little bit, might need a little extra down, etc. That's really good, and it's really reflective of what's going on in the market when we see these big price jumps. Now, interestingly, it's over 75,000 is the highest dollar amount that is raised since they began tracking these in 1970 in 1970. But for a percentage of rate, the highest that they had was 15.9% in 2006. So it's not necessarily unprecedented, but with the values raising, and we've talked about it in the past, the values raising has not been a function of what we can see as overbuilding or speculation or other things. It's really been a factor of supply, demand, and lack of inventory, right?
Yeah. And it's really good to look at this chart too, because you look at from 2007 to about 2016, the conforming rate stayed.
Yeah.
That 417 was like ingrained in our heads for like 10 years, right? But we were in a recovery phase and mode there during that time. And so you can see there's the cycle, the 10-year cycle, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
We're pulling out the paddles and like resuscitation.
Yeah. So.
All right. And one other one that's over here is, all right, we talked about it it was either last week or the week prior, that they had identified that there was a study, and I forgot who did the study, but they identified it as the first week in October was the best week in all of the year.
It was NAR, wasn't it?
It was in NAR's magazine, but I forgot who they quoted. And it was the best time all year of any week span to buy a home. Well, there was another study that was done, and this was by ATTOM, Atom Data Solutions, and they were looking at the months. Now, they still had October as the very best month as far as premium on the home price or purchasings to buy a home. But this is kind of interesting to see. So 2.9% over the AVM. So using some of the online valuation models that are out there to look at and see what the homes went under actual contract for. You can see that was at 2.9%. Some of them were ranging as high as like 11.5% in May. But then as you go over in these couple months, December was at 3.4 or is expected to be at 3.4% over the AVM in November, 3.9%. It's really telling you that if you are looking for a home, this could be your best prime time to be able to purchase a home with less competition and getting a much better value than during, say, spring, summer, where those values are building really quickly as more and more people are coming out to buy homes, and as more homes are hitting the market. During this part can definitely be the best. And look over here, December 5th. If you have your phone, go ahead, go to December 5th, star that. That is the day that you will get the best value throughout the year, according to Atom Data Solutions. That is going to be the best day of the year that you'll be able to buy a home. So that means if you want to close on December 5th, you got to get active now, get under contract. You're going to find that deal. And everything else is right around there, 2.3 for November 9th, 2% for December 26th. And what a great Christmas gift. December 31st, 2.4% and 2.2% for January 6th. What a way to ring in the new year.
And that's for interest. What is that? What is that? That's not
it's what they end up purchasing the home for over an AVM. Kind of that online valuation model.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's I know there are a lot of buyers who have been frustrated through the year, competing, not always getting that, or watching homes that they love as they're getting prepared for the market. And then the moment they see it, it goes under contract. If you've been getting yourself set, now is the time to really be able to get into action. And the numbers say that you'll probably find your best deal coming up now.
Statistics. That's some statistics.
Very good. And any of the stories that we talk about, Jared puts the stories and the links. He's always watching it and keeping it going on the backside. And so you can link over to any of these stories for even more in-depth knowledge of what we're talking about. Hopefully, again, we're able to bring you a little context and not just headlines. And then the very last one to wrap up with is something, and this one is interesting. Not everything is necessarily always going to be like the headline that's like, oh my gosh, this is the best time to buy, this is the best time to do anything. Like this one in particular is from CNBC, and it's today's tight housing market is already overbuilt, one analyst says. Now, an analyst can be anybody, but in this case, this is an analyst from Zelman and Associates. Ivy Zelman is the lead on that, and she's one of the ones that actually noticed when the housing market crashed that, hey, we're really doing a lot of speculation, everything else. What this individual, Dennis McGill, found as he was doing his research, and he was looking at the decennial census that was just taken, that for the amount of the population is actually going down a little bit, and for the amount of building that we're doing, we could actually, and I'm saying that we could be, but he's a little more say strong in his feelings that right now with all the new home development going on, we're actually overbuilding for the amount of population that we're actually going to be seeing coming up. So that's definitely one way to do it. And I like it because it's actually looking not just at the numbers of what's going on right now, but it's trying to actually look at other numbers and seeing that the population is actually going down a little bit. And if that's going down and this home building is going up, we might have crossed the even line, and we might be overbuilding for the population right now. It certainly doesn't feel like it being in the in the midst of all that's going on. And really, that's one analyst. And then, of course, on the other side of it, you have home builders, which disagree. And there's Rob Dietz, the chief economist with the National Association of Home Builders. And he does this. He does definitely agree with the population. It is going down and it is slowing. But when they look at the numbers on that side, they're seeing like we still need 800 to 900,000 single family homes for household formation growth, and another 200,000 to 300,000 per year for replacement housing and second homes. So every year there are homes that are coming on the market or that are no longer inhabitable. They are actually leaving the market altogether, or they might become second homes, rentals, etc. There's still a very strong need. If you take what investors are doing, they're definitely investing in and on. But it's good to not only look for the stories or the headlines that support what you want to believe, that confirmation bias, but be open to seeing and understanding what everybody is saying. So whatever you do, you can always make a very intelligent decision about it. Boots on the ground. We know, we sense it and we can see it based on all the numbers, the months of inventory, everything else. There's just not enough inventory for what's going on right now. But it is interesting to make sure we understand what everybody is seeing, not just our own little microcosm of what's happening, right?
Yeah. And understand real estate is local, and you definitely need to get your microscope out there, look in your
Yeah.
area. So,
And then that just goes back to what you were talking about earlier, Davina. That is the value of a consultation and really sitting down with somebody and identifying where it is you're looking so that you really go in with all of the information to make an informed, great decision.
yep.
All
Amen.
right. Amen. Or was that hey man?
Amen.
All right.
It is almost 9:15, and
Yeah.
we are pretty much out of time here. We do have some things that are coming up that we want to remind you about for this weekend. We are hosting a shred event in our Lacey office tomorrow, October 16th. That is from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. So bring your shreddables. Tax day is today, you guys. So October 15th. So if you file that extension, you need to have those taxes that your tax returns submitted by today. And so you may have some things you want to shred that you've been holding on to, right? So now is that time to do that. And we'll be out at our Lacey office tomorrow. We are wearing pink, right? And it is also Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So we want to make sure that we turn some attention to how breast cancer has affected just about all of us. We know someone dear to us that either, or, have someone that's lived through it. We've lost friends, family, loved ones from it. We have people that are battling it. And we just want to find a way to eradicate, get rid of cancer. It's ugly. And preventing it is the first thing, and also getting a cure. So this is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And so we wear pink. We have been intentional about wearing our pink whenever we're on.
Yeah.
Haven't we, Jurgen?
And to add on what you were saying about the shred event, we are raising funds through the whole month of October with Making Strides. We did a walk this past weekend, and where our goal is to raise $5,000 towards breast cancer awareness to, again, help with making sure, first and foremost, prevention. People are understanding, so they're going through testing, et cetera, but also if there's, looking for that cure. So at the shred event, it's free to you. You can come by and just drop your shredding. We just want to be a contribution and a service. But if you would like to actually give to the cause as well, you can give to Making Strides. Any donation is appreciated as you go through. And if you don't even have anything to shred, but you just want to stop by the office at 8825 Talon, Tallon Lane Northeast in Lacey at 98516, and that's Suite B. You can stop by. You'll see the shred truck out there. You can bring something to shred, but if you also just want to help with the contribution or a donation, be greatly appreciated, and we would love to celebrate it with you.
Yeah, and anything is something. $1, 50 cents. I don't know if we can take change. We'll take your change. Clear out your if you leave change in your car, in your ashtray or whatever, we'll take the change, because change can change.
There you go. Change for change.
Change for change. So.
And then there are just a couple other things that we got going on over here. We've got that on, we do our talent talks on Monday and Friday. So on Monday, we have a talent talk, and we are going to be talking about something really special that for all of our real estate peeps in Thurston County. We have MLSA. We're going to have somebody as a representative on an MLSA, which is a local group of realtors that are serving in the Thurston County area. And they do something unique. It's a little private group that gets together to talk about real estate issues and find ways that they can continue to help support each other, and also make the whole real estate environment in Thurston County much better for realtors, for buyers, sellers, for all the whole area. And they do so much in terms of information, education, etc. So definitely want to take just a minute on Monday to highlight what they're doing over there.
Yes. We also have a C&E class that's coming up as well. And that's next week, Monday, Tuesday, is it Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday next week, 18th, 19th, and 20th. It is a 3-day class. I want to say it's 15 or 16 clock hours. But it is certified negotiation expert, and Greg is amazing. He's an amazing instructor. You get your designation, and negotiating is what we do, and always an opportunity to learn and sharpen your tool. We do have room, and we actually need more people to sign up for this class. So if you're interested and you are a licensed real estate broker, please, please, please follow the link. I think it's going to be coming up here, and sign up today for the class.
Yeah, there aren't enough. Negotiation is one of the top 3 through polling through the National Association of Realtors. It is one of the top 3 skill sets that buyers and sellers are looking for help with, is negotiation. And there is a small, I can't remember the percentage, but it's incredibly small, the number of real estate agents that have actually invested into themselves in negotiation expertise. It is not something that somebody is born with. This is something you work on. And as you do so, that's where you get really, really good. And it's not to pull something over on somebody else. It's so you can best represent your clients and help them achieve what it is they're trying to work for, right?
Yep, absolutely, absolutely. So please look at joining us for that Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. It will be well worth your time and money, and it is an investment, and it will come back to you 100-fold. Seriously.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And as much as anything, you will be a better agent for your clients because of it.
Yep, for sure. I think that pretty much covers it for now, right? We have our Forms Friday class is going on right now. So if you are interested in learning about forms, Steve is there doing the forms class as we speak right now. So join in on the Friday forms.
All right. Then we should say, have a great day. We always end with be bold. So we'll throw that up on the screen. That means this is your declaration yourself. Say it with us when we say 1, 2, 3. Your declaration to go out and do something that helps you move the needle, that makes your life better today.
Absolutely. So let's do it. Let's do it big. Let's have a wonderful weekend. Let's make a difference. And we hope to see you at our Shred event this weekend. And let's count it down to 3. 1, 2, 3.
Be bold. Have a great weekend.
Yes.
Bye.